Khash Saghafi, Liberty Home Mortgage. What are we talking about today? I hear this all the time. Khash, I've never done this before. So if you're looking to buy a home and you've never done this before, or better yet, you haven't bought one in 30 years. I have people calling me who are buying their second home. They've owned their previous home for 40 years and they're downsizing now, selling their current home and buying a new one. And believe it or not, they say the same thing to me that a somebody buying their house for the first time says, Khash, they say, Khash, I haven't done this in so long. So if you've never bought a home before or have not bought one in a long time and you're wondering what you are about to embark on, like, Christopher Columbus sailing across the ocean, right? Or something like that. What can you expect? This is what you need to expect, okay? There's a lot of paperwork, okay? When you're working with a bank or a lender, you're going to be asked for the same thing over and over and over. Sometimes, I hate to admit this, when people send me something, I accidentally delete it, so you have to forgive me on that one. This is gonna sound crazy, I know this, especially with my Kenny Rogers shirt on here, you're not gonna believe this, but believe it or not, I am a human being. I am flawed, I make mistakes, okay? So sometimes when you send me a document, I'm going to delete it. And a week later, I'm gonna come to you and ask you for that document again. And you're gonna sit here and say, Khash, but I already sent that to you. And I'm gonna say, that's great, send it to me again, okay? The bottom line is that you're gonna be asked for multiple things multiple times. Now, what sort of things are you gonna be asked for? You will be asked for your pay stubs from your job, your W-2s, your tax returns, your recent bank statements. When you provide that paperwork, it gets reviewed, okay? So when it gets reviewed, questions come up. I'll give you an example. You give me your bank statement and there's a deposit of $10,000 in the bank statement. I'm gonna ask you a question. Where did the $10,000 come from? Now, this is why you've got to subscribe to my YouTube page and you got to like, comment, and share and tell your friends about it, especially real estate agents out there, okay? I have videos on verifying the source of funds and why you don't want to deposit cash and things like that. So watch all those videos, but those are separate videos. Right now I'm telling you, I'm going to ask you questions. You're going to give me a pay stub, okay? And this is a big one. Two things on pay stubs. I'm going to see a debit that says child support. And I'm going to say to you, do you pay child support? Well, clearly you do because it's being debited from your pay stub. Or you're going to tell me that you get paid $20 an hour and you work 40 hours a week. And if you get paid $20 an hour and work 40 hours a week, you make $42,000 a year, which is somewhere in the range of $3,500 a month. See, I don't have my calculator with me right now, so I'm not perfect, but I'm close. You make about $3,500 a month. And it's the end of July when you're giving me the pay stub. That means through the first 7 months of this year at $3,500 a month, you should have made somewhere in the neighborhood of $24,500, but your year-to-date gross is $17,000. I'm going to look at that pay stub and say, hey, you should have made $24,000 year-to-date. You've only made $17,000. What happened? And you're going to say, Khash, I missed a little bit of time at work. I'm going to counter you with, are you indeed full-time? Or if you miss time, for goodness sake, you missed 2 or 3 months or something like that. So you have to understand, if you've never done this before, this is the first house you're buying, we've got a small window of time to get all of this done. We are going to ask you for documents and we are going to continue to ask you for documents, sometimes repetitively, and a lot of times we're going to ask you for things because what you provide us with causes more questions. The biggest thing is make sure you're working with the right loan officer. If I knew any good ones, I would give you one. But I mean, besides the fact that I'm simply the best in the country, #1, the greatest that ever lived, the GOAT. Am I the GOAT? In loans, yes. Muhammad Ali to me is the GOAT of just everything. Me and everybody argue right now over LeBron James and Michael Jordan. That's not a contest. Michael Jordan's better. But we'll save that for another video. Continue to like, comment, and share. If you do need to get a loan, call me. I do loans in 45 states, and I'll catch you at the next one.